Hi chaps, John here at Micro-Aces and welcome to Micro-Aces Workshop once again. It's been about a week since I announced the delay on the Hawker Hurricane. Firstly, I'd like to say an enormous thank you for the feedback that we got from that, which was 100% positive. You guys are some of the best customers in the world, I have to say. Anyone who makes model aircraft, regardless of where they live, which country they're in, what their political leanings are, however they are, you guys are just absolutely decent folks, and it's really sobering to see that. And the comments, as I said, have been absolutely fantastic. Some have been conciliatory, others have been, have provided advice and offers of help, and it's just been absolutely amazing. So that really lifted me up to get things sorted out on the Hurricane and move forward on that. But before I go into what we've actually done, I'd like to discuss a couple of other things. Firstly, the Secret Santa, which is obviously coming up, being middle of November at the moment. Excuse me. And also Black Friday, because we are going to be doing something. Although obviously the delay on the Hawker Hurricane has meant that my focus has been on trying to remedy that. There has been some time to use the machines behind me on other projects, because obviously the hurricane is paused at the moment. Let's just focus on the Secret Santa for a start. There are a few kits left. I think there are about 10 or 12 of each of the liveries that I've done, the yellow and blue or the red and white. So if you're still looking for that gift, or you want to treat yourself, they are still available. But as soon as those handful run out, then that'll be it, and we'll be away. So we start posting out end of next week to the far-flung countries from the UK, and obviously stage that as time rolls on to everywhere else. So that's that. Black Friday. So I put a little kit together. It's a new livery for the Sopwith Camel, and Simon has been busy with his 3D design and 3D printing, and he's also produced for that model a 3D printed motor, dummy motor, the Clerget 9B, and also the Vickers machine guns as well. So there's a nice little upgrade pack that will also be available for those of you who have Sopwith Camels, or who are buying other liveries and want to add those in too. But on this Black Friday kit, they come free. So it's about £25 worth of 3D printed parts, absolutely free with this particular kit. There we go, and as you can see, it is done in a rather distinctive livery. This is one that gets done by the Wingnuts quite often. I've seen it, and this is the Donnerwetter Sopwith Camel. Not that it is flown by a German-born, but very much an Englishman. Yeah, absolutely fabulous little livery, and you can see the motor there and the Vickers machine guns in the front there. If you go onto the website, take a look at the Sopwith Camel page, you'll see it. You can go and see plenty of other beauty shots of the aircraft too. So that covers our Black Friday offer. Sorry it's not a huge thing this year, but hopefully you can understand why. And now onto the Hawker Hurricane. So this is the third prototype that I produced, and I've made a few little alterations to it. This one has already been flown, unsuccessful. Well, it flew, but I wasn't particularly happy about it. And I went over in my previous video some of the issues that I had, some of the remedies that I thought about. So in here, there are a couple of things that I've done. Firstly, I mentioned about the servo strength and maybe needing to implement different servos. Well, breaking this aircraft down to sort of make some changes and alter things, I noticed that the elevator and rudder control rods were actually loose. How the control rods are made up is that there is a core in the fuselage of carbon fiber tube, and into the ends of those tubes the wires get put, and then they're quite a tight fit, but they then get secured with a little bit of CA glue. Now that had come loose on both of those, and of course there was a little bit of slop, and I think that's what could have been causing the particular issue. So I thought this is a great opportunity also to show you battery placement, and also what connector we're using and what battery I recommend. So let's just take this off. So you can see where the battery sits there. We've got a nice little Tyvek cradle in there. Let me just pull the battery out. So this is one of several batteries that can fit in here. This is the GNB 450, and you can get up to a 660 in there in that kind of format. This obviously fits nice and flush into this little recess area here, but you can actually stack up to about 25mm above that as well, so you can get some pretty hefty stuff in there. I have got some to try out, but I haven't been able to just yet. But the little cradle that we've got there is open either end, so the balance lead can actually, I can just do it there, slots in out of the way there, and then you connect up. And this is using the XT30 connector. I think that's what it is. My eyesight's going. XT30 connector there. So that's what these type of batteries use. So if you are buying batteries, make sure you get XT30 leads on them, or buy a whole load of XT30 leads to pop onto your existing batteries if they have others. So that all fits in there nicely, and this now as a model, put that back on, this from a center of gravity point of view now balances right at the front of the wingtips, just there. So it's quite a way forward from where it was. So I'm going to give this a test to see how it flies. I'm just waiting for some decent weather. Hopefully we'll get some this week. And I'm also building a fourth prototype, which is going to have a slightly larger tail area. Okay, it's adding a bit of weight, but I've also scooped out a whole load more foam from the internal frame too. So, and that seems to be holding up well. So we'll produce another prototype too, just to test all of that out, and I will probably be thinning the wings slightly, so not to compromise the scale looks too much, but that's where we're at the moment. So things are moving forward, and I'll as I said, I'll keep you informed. But please go and check out the Black Friday deal. It's on until the 1st of December, Monday 1st of December, so you can pick up a Sopwith Camel in the brand new livery, with a free 3D printed motor and Vickers machine guns too. So yeah, that does go round with the prop. So there's a little video on the website as well that that shows you that. So there's that, and also if you still want a Secret Santa, I would get in there as quickly as possible, and as I said, we will be sending them out start sending them out very shortly. Super chaps, well, thank you very much for listening. I hope it's been informative, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.